Hey everybody. Okay, so we are back with another Reddit situation. So I was going through Reddit and I came across this post of this woman who was asking for advice. And essentially, what she was saying was she had been out on FMLA. She was 3 weeks postpartum, and she gets an email from her company saying that they are restructuring and that her position had been eliminated effective immediately. And so she, of course, rightfully was panicking and really wanting some advice on, is this illegal? Because she's on FMLA. And her understanding is that FMLA is meant to protect her job and that they have to hold it for her. And so this is one of the hardest conversations that I have to have with people, because the answer is not necessarily yes. FMLA, which is the Family Medical Leave Act, does protect your job from being taken away from you because you're out on leave, right? And you're on leave due to a serious medical condition or caring for a family member with a serious medical condition. And so essentially, the thing that we need to remember though is that FMLA in itself is a shield against discrimination, but not necessarily a shield against layoff. So there are a few exceptions where a company can still terminate your position if you are on FMLA. So for instance, if the company eliminates your entire department or does a mass layoff that would have included you whether or not you were on FMLA, then FMLA doesn't necessarily save your job. If the job no longer exists, then that protection doesn't apply. But I want to be clear, just because you can legally lay someone off while they're on FMLA or medical leave, it doesn't make it safe. The exceptions for actually taking this action are very small, they're very specific, and they're narrow. So you want to be very familiar with the details before you take an action like this. And honestly, the optics of firing someone while they're out on FMLA is not good. It looks terrible to a jury, right? So if you're going to do this, you better have a mountain of evidence proving that this decision had zero to do with their leave, and you better not try to replace that employee, right? So if you keep a temp who is covering for them, but you fire the person on leave, that's going to be a big problem, right? Restructuring requiring caution. And so you cannot treat this like a normal Tuesday. You really need to work with your legal counsel to make sure that this thing is handled precisely, efficiently, and done within every aspect of the law. So as a reminder, my name is Latisha Newby. I am the HR attorney. I'm here to drop these short tips for you so that you can have a clear understanding of what does and doesn't go in the workplace. Please like this video, and if it has helped, go ahead and share it with a friend, and then subscribe for more, because I will be sharing more tips on how to make sure that your rights are protected and that your company does not end up in litigation over something that can be prevented. All right, I will see you all in the next one.